Good morning and welcome. It is Monday, the 16th of May. I am Flat Cap Callum and I'm hoping you are all very, very well. Alright, coming up today, we've got the review of yesterday, including the review of the golf, where we finally had a decent day, which is excellent. We'll then go into today's bets. Super, super low value day. I've got four horses. I'm just going to do one lucky 15, quarter stake, £5. I'll get into when I get to the bet. I'll go into it in more detail. But it was a really, really low value day for me. So we'll get the bet, and then we'll do a rundown of some of the stats from last week, profit and loss, etc. Okay, yesterday, starting with the horses, it was one of those days where the Sky Bet account trumped all others. So what did we have? Common Acclaim. So it was a bit of a complicated bet because I wanted to make sure the more stake was on the better options. So Common Acclaim, we took a chance at. It ran very, very green. It wasn't close really. So bad start to the bet, but most of our money was stacked then on the rest of the horses. So in the 330 Killarney, Ardler, Rock on Shimi, both placed second and fifth. Most bookies paid fifth on that as well. Then we've got 5 o'clock Killarney, She Some Dole. That place, so everyone was onto that one, and then Tia Connell, just gutting for those people that weren't on Sky Bet. It got done by a neck. It was fifth, fourth would have done for everybody else. Sky Bet, I think, were the only ones that paid that out, and that was a real difference there between making a small loss and a really nice profit on the bet. So frustrating. I guess what I would say is, as I've talked about, I put all the bets on through Sky Bet for a reason, because I'm trying to demonstrate to people that Sky Bet is the best value bookmaker to have because of the extra places. And even though you're not getting best price guaranteed on some of those extra places, overall my belief is it's the best betting account to have. So if you only had one betting account, Sky Bet is the best one. If you're into your betting, I think it's definitely sensible to have multiple accounts for different types of things, because the markets move all the time. I am very deliberate, very open about the fact that what we're doing on the channel here is through a Sky Bet account. I do believe you'd make profit from betting these on any other betting account, but Sky Bet is where you will maximise your return. So I made it 10 on, 58.32 back. So some of you may or may not have got the decent price on Tia Connell. It drifted overnight, and then it held for it held for about 10 minutes after the video was uploaded at 25s, and then completely collapsed. At one point went into 9s, but then drifted back up to 16s. So hoping at least everybody got 16s. It wouldn't have made a huge amount of difference to the overall outcome of the bet, but all horses in that bet that placed, all of them got backed in. So somebody did ask a question yesterday, and not ask a question, but had a wandering around. The moment it seems to happen, it's happening quite a lot. Some of the horses on the channel are getting backed in, and they're wondering was there something fishy at play? And I think I'm not worried about it at the moment, but the challenge is that the bigger the channel gets, the more likely there will be people with bigger money coming on and punting on some of these tips, because I'm demonstrating I'm making a profit margin. So we're in nice profit for the channel. We made profit January, February, March, April, and we are in profit for May. And I'm not sure that there's many other sites out there, if any, that could tell you that they've made a profit every single month this year. And so, word gets around, there will be people coming in with a bit more money than the £20 stake we're doing on the channel that I know a lot of you are replicating. Clearly, some of you go off and do your own thing, which is absolutely fine. Some of you just watch along. For the channel bets, it's a £20 bet. So I'm keeping an eye on it, but I'm not worried about it particularly at the moment. But we did have an example of a bet last week where the first two horses won. If the third horse had won, I'd estimate the liability at well over £500,000 to £1 million going on to the the fourth horse in what was quite a low grade race, and that would be enough money to impact the betting market at that point. If we're talking about the last leg being on a decent handicap or something at Royal Ascot or whatever, you're not going to see that. It's not going to make a difference, but it will start to make a difference now. The amount of people that are putting these bets on, if the race is quite a low quality race. And that's one of the reasons why taking the price, if you're using Sky Bet, is helpful, because if you do find yourself on that fourth leg and we've had 3 winners and you're thinking, is it going to be a big payday, the fourth horse will massively shorten in. All right, so that was yesterday's bets. So 10 on, 58.32 back, so £48 profit to finish our week on the horses, which was excellent. Then we went on to the golf, and I can't tell you how excited I was about the golf. So this was our main bet, which we got in, which was excellent. So Henny du Plessis was second best South African, so we got a place there. Nacho Elvira ended up top Spaniard, which was brilliant. And then the Byron Nelson, Callum Tarrant just got over the line in the end to finish third best Englishman, so we got placed. And KH Lee won the whole tournament. Someone did ask me what was the price. It was about 100 to 1. It is what it is. Like I've changed the strategy. I'm happy with the strategy we've got. 50p each way on KH Lee, 100 to 1. You'd have got back similar money to this lucky 15, but that's that. It's fine. He wasn't in the singles market and was doing on the channel, but he was a decent price. The bet returned 58.52. So 58.32 on the horses, 58.52 on here. So £6 bet, 58.52 back, which is just brilliant. I can't tell you, like with the golf bets, I know it's a lucky 15, which is similar to what we do on the horses, obviously. But trying to land one of these bets is really, really tricky. You do have to wait a lot longer. To get 2 outright winners and 2 outright places, often it gets complicated and you're looking at ties and places like that. So happy to get this bet landed. And I guess a little bit of an apology. I feel like it's taken me far too long to come to a nice kind of place with the golf bets. I just started off by just stacking up too many single bets. And yeah, I don't know why. It just took me a while to go, why aren't I doing this how I'm doing the horses? Because it makes far much more sense. And once I kind of assured myself that the side market bets were playable for most major bookies, I'm kind of all right with it. So for the last 3 weeks, we've done a lucky 15, and each of those in lucky 15s has been profitable. This one was a decent one, but it also means, which I'm super excited about, the profit and loss for the golf suddenly looks a bit better. Whereas we've been running at a massive loss. We've done 12 weeks in a row where we've lost on golf. We're now only minus 2% profit and loss for all golf bets on the channel after yesterday. So really happy with that. I now know that even those of you who are not playing the golf are going to pay a lot more attention to this weekend's golf. It is the USPGA, so it's one of the 4 majors, probably the weakest one of the majors. And I don't know yet if I've got a lucky 15 or not. I need to keep looking at the markets and see. Clearly I could put one out there, but I'm only going to put it out there if I think there's value in it. So I don't know that yet, but my aim is to make that the main bet for the weekend. But there is only that one tournament as well. Whereas the last few weeks I've had the opportunity to be able to play in 2 different tournaments and pick out the best ones across. So golf was good yesterday. Horses was good yesterday. We're all good. Today's bet, super low value bet. I got nothing at double figures. I put a bit of a shortlist together last night. Almost the entire bunch of horses I had shortened up overnight. But when I'm saying shortened, you're not losing out. We're not talking about 33s into 10s. We're talking about 7 to 1 into 7 to 2. So I've ended up with these 4. But it's very weak, so we're doing easy £5 today, nothing more. So we've got 2 Carlisle, 2 Killarney, and we've done it as a 155 Carlisle, Ventura Flame, 8s, 230 Carlisle, Macho Pride, 17 to 2. Then we've got a gap, and then I think it's a maiden that at 5 o'clock Killarney. It's not one of the decent handicaps, but time marches on 7 to 1, and then 7:30 Killarney, Darren's Hope, 13 to 2. So it's a 15p each way lucky 15, and then I've done it as a 25p each way fourfold. So the additional bet there is a fourfold. There's nothing those that are particularly better than anything else. So I've just gone for the fourfold, and if we can hit 4 places, we'll have a nice day. 3 places, depending on how the odds go, it might just get us over the line. Clearly a couple of winners would be nice, and we'll see. So that is the only bet I've got out for today. What I would say to you is it's one of them days where there's lots of races, there's 5 or 6 meetings, and some decent extra place races, but a lot of them are really open. They're like 4, 5 to 1, first, second, third, fourth favourite. There's nothing out there that's like a real shorty sat in that to push the value out. So so I guess don't get twitchy if you've had a nice weekend and you've built up a bit of money in the bank, particularly following this channel, because we had decent Thursday, roller coaster Friday, but made a profit. Saturday we went for it, lost, took a hit, but did well on the golf. If you sat there with money, don't get twitchy and just start chucking it out because you want to have a bit more of a bet because 4 horse isn't exciting enough and I've got nothing at double figures. Keep the money, take the money out, spend it, or keep the money in there and wait till later in the week where it gets a bit better. That is what I would say to you. Okay, that's the horses. Stats rundown. What did we have? So, finished the week for horses, 135 on, 217.37 back, 82.37, a 61% profit on the horses. And the golf, 10 on, 58.52 back, 48.52 profit, and a 485% profit margin. Excellent. So for the week, total, it basically gave us £130 profit, 90% that is. So that £130 is the second best overall monies week we've had. It puts us also total for the channel for the first time. We've just pushed over the £500 profit margin. So if you've followed every single bet since the channel started, we've made just over 500. Now that can go down. So if we have a bad run, we might go behind that again. So at the moment it stands £500 profit has been made since the channel started. And also then for May overall, we are now £89 to the good. So we started this week down for May, but we're now well comfortable. And just a reminder, we made profit January, February, March, April, and we are now in profit for May at about to the halfway point. So all stats are looking very nice. I think I'll leave it there. I guess what I would say as well with the stats, I'll talk about win percentages and each way play percentages. It was about average last week. What got us over the line was some of the combinations. So some of the way that I stacked the bets helped. The golf helped. But also it was the fact that we had a few combinations where we had winners together in the same bets and multiple places together. Clearly Saturday it went awry, but we were really knocking on the door that day. But yeah, that's what's got over the line. So it wasn't like I had a lot more winners or a lot more places than the normal. It was the combination of where they were in the bets and the type of bets we did. Okay, I'm leaving it there. Enjoy your Monday. Very, very quiet Monday for value, as I said. And I'll see you on Tuesday. Golf bet coming out Wednesday. Thank you very much. Cheerio.